Hey guys, I'm focused on a concept here that's like I've been talking to clients about this. I talked to myself about this. This is like one of the coolest spiritual concepts that spiritual concept that I just love, and I just want to tell everybody I can. So everything is good and bad at the same time. This water bottle is good and it's bad. This little top is good and it's bad. It's stupid, it's like childish, and it's also brilliant. Uh, we don't have to, I don't have to wonder, like, when I pick up an object, I don't have to wonder, is this good or is this bad? Because it's both. It's both. It's everything has a good side and a bad side, a good way of looking at it, a bad way of looking at it. It can be labeled good or bad, and here's the reasons why. I could go through and be like, here are the reasons why this is good. It's orange, it's vibrant, it's light, the spout makes it easier to drink, it's got a handle, it opens, it's not breakable, it can drop it, and it's big enough to hold a lot of water for the day. So it's like got all these great features that I could say it's good, but it's also bad. I could also say it's heavy. I could also say, yeah, this thing is annoying. I could say I have to clean this thing, and that's annoying. I could say that this little handle thing gets in the way. I could say it's too big. I could say it's stupidly too big. I could say it doesn't hold enough water. I could say it's too small. I could totally look at this as bad, and it's both. It's just the way we look at it. So anything object is like that. This phone is good and it's bad. My computer is good and bad. Writing things in paper is good and bad. Having a t-shirt is both good and bad. You could say it's not professional, but you could also say like it's so comfortable. You could say it's professional, and you could also say it's not professional. You could say it's. You could argue that because I'm a professional, because I get paid to coach, and this is what I wear, that is my uniform, that is my outfit, it fits my style, my business, so it is professional. But you could also argue it's not professional because it's not a classic tie and collar, no buttons, no long sleeve, so it's not professional. So why is this useful, like this concept? Because anything that happens, anything that you do, you might automatically think of it as bad. If your car gets a flat tire, you might automatically say that's bad. But it's also good. So like it just exists. Even if you can't think of it, I can't possibly think of how a flat tire is good. But it is, and you don't have to know it to know that exists. And so, as a practice, this is what I encourage you to do: is to look at everything that you think of as bad and say, but actually, how is it good? Not how do I like this crappy thing? I'm like, how do I like this likable thing? Because how is it likable? Because a lot of times people are like, oh, you're trying to make me be positive about something not positive. You're trying to make this thing that's just bad, you're trying to tell me to like be happy about it. No, I'm saying that you're saying this is bad, but it's also good. And you just don't want to look at how it's good. You're not even trying. And not even, everything can be looked at from this point of view, or you can join the other people and look at it from this point of view. Start practicing. You could try with a movie. You could say, you could look at a movie and see, it got some bad reviews. It only got this 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. But you could watch it and say, how is this good? How's this? How is this actually? They say it's a bad movie, but it's a brilliant movie. It's great. And then try to list like what it is. Just try to look at like it exists, so you're gonna look for it. If you do something that you automatically think that's embarrassing, oh my God, I can't believe that. I can't believe when I go to the bathroom, I stand up when everybody's sitting the whole time and I stand up. And then you might think that's bad. It's just bad. I don't want to tell anybody about it. But you could also look at how's that good? How's that a good thing? How's it a good thing that I did it? How is it a good thing to tell people about it? How is it a good story? How did it actually make my life more convenient? We can try. You can try and go there. So it's things, it's actions, it's behavior, it's concepts, it's places. I could say I live in Arizona. I could say that's a bad place to live because it is bad. It is bad. There's a way to look at it where it's bad. You can also look at it how it's good. I'm just going to repeat myself because I'm going to let this soak in. And I'm going to keep saying this so it can soak into your heads. Let it go, get in you. Everything here. This is good that I have this stuffed animal here, and it's bad. It's childish that I have a dolphin, but it's also brilliant because it represents joy and it makes people feel good when they see the image. And then once you start seeing that things are good, you can be on your own side. You can reframe things so you're not so embarrassed and you're not so nervous telling people. Because when we think of it as bad, then we don't even want to like mention it. Like, oh my God, I did this thing. I slept in my alarm and I didn't go to work. And then I was so embarrassed about it, I didn't even go in. And I don't want to tell anybody about that because you're just assuming that's bad. But it could also be brilliant that you did that, and you could talk about it like it was brilliant. You could talk about how I got up late and that actually was useful. Like the extra sleep was great. I've been going to work every day on time, and it was a nice, refreshing break from that. Also, I didn't go into work. I could have, and I didn't, but that was also a good thing because I'm going to rest. And rest is important. And I'm going to have a new perspective of work. Maybe I'm going to appreciate going to work better tomorrow because I took this day off. I don't have to apologize because I did something bad. I can pat myself on the back because I was proud of myself. I'm proud that I took that break. I'm proud of the rest. I'm proud that I have this new perspective of work. I could go back tomorrow with double the energy. And so that's really good. There were some problems at work and I got away from it for a day, and now I thought of the solutions. Now I'm actually coming back to work with answers. So this is happening for everything. Sometimes we think, oh my God, I wrote this email and it was way too long. That's bad. You're just judging it. It's bad. I wrote it. Like, if it's this length, it's automatically bad. But you could say it's also good. There's good reasons for writing that much. Maybe they're really into it. Maybe the person reading it loves how much you have to say. Maybe that they're like, I'm glad that you kept going. Maybe they needed that much to really get it. Maybe they needed that to actually read it. Maybe they needed it because it was so long that actually helped them pick that email. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. Oh, this thing's really long. Oh my God, I'm going to stop what I'm going to do and I'm going to read it. So because it was long, it was helpful. But what you want to do is own it and then tell people, I wrote this email and it was long, but in a good way. It's the good kind of long. It was like when you want a book to keep going. It's getting more and more interesting. Actually, by the time it ended, they didn't even want it to end. They wished there was more. And that's the kind of emails I write. That's the kind of like when I'm talking in person and somebody was like, oh, I ramble. Or, which is bad, all this talking I'm doing is bad. Or, it's good. It's good. Maybe you're firing them up. Maybe you're getting them excited. Maybe you're like bailing them out because they didn't want to talk. Maybe they were just in a listening mood. Maybe they didn't want to have a back and forth. Maybe they feel awkward doing that and you just saved them from that awkwardness because you kept going. So it's good. Of course, you can argue everything is bad. I'm not saying you can't. I know this is bad. I know this shirt is also bad. Somebody could point it out. You could say, Nathaniel, you're actually bad at speaking. And I'm like, I know I am. That can be argued. You could argue anything is I'm doing it wrong. There's better ways to do it. These are the mistakes. These are the flaws. These are the weird parts. These are the strange parts. These are the uncomfortable parts. We could say that, but you could also say everything Nathaniel did was great. The way he spoke, every little. Sometimes these little quirks and mannerisms are the best part of people. And you're like, oh, I liked how he did it. He was unique. He was different. He stood out. He didn't speak like just about anybody. Like he didn't speak like anybody or anybody in particular. He didn't do it like classically perfect, which might made me. The way he did it was actually more interesting. Sometimes people have like a crooked nose and it actually makes them more interesting. It actually makes people like want to get to know them more. I know actors sometimes get picked for the roles because they have a broken nose. Like there's something more interesting about them. And you could say, oh no, I'm not going to get any roles because my nose looks like it's so like long or big or pointy. Or you could say, but also I could get more roles because of that. It's both. You could say, I'm at this job, which is bad. It gets paid this amount. Right? Everybody could agree that if it's under 30,000, that's bad, right? Or you could argue it's good. Right? But you're like, isn't there some things that are just like universally good and bad and we can just, it isn't good? No, because there's always a perspective to take. You could say that the 30,000 is like a perfect amount. And there's just lots of reasons. Yeah, but how is that better than like 50,000? It's 20,000 less. Isn't that just odd? If you make $20,000 less, isn't that automatically bad? No. What if it's like making you like try harder at the job because you want to like advance in it, and because you're like getting underpaid, you're actually like working, you're more into it. You're like bringing more passion into it. You're actually having more fun at it. It's like a better challenge. Or you want to have less because you're playing a game of like, right now I don't want to make as much because I want to see if I can live on this amount for this game. Like there's people that want to do that. It's both good and bad. Now you can choose once you know. Now I could say, do I want to look at how this is bad, or do I want to look at how it is good? Well, I can start picking. I can start owning now. Well, does it feel better if I say my shirt is wrong, even if it's internally? Or does it feel better if I'm like, this shirt is good. This shirt is brilliant. This shirt is perfect for what I'm doing. And that actually makes me feel kind of energetic and juiced up and excited to actually show you my shirt. So it's like changes your behavior. Instead of like hiding, now I can be like visible. So this attitude is very useful. And it's true. There's true. There is always a way to see the good because it's there. We're not making it up. It's there. It's there. Every personality. You could be like, but that person's really loud. Sometimes loud. Sometimes we want to be around a loud person. Sometimes we can hear them better. We can understand them better. It wakes us up. Sometimes we want to be woken up. Sometimes we want to experience something to just know that I wouldn't do it that way. Not that it was actually good that I saw it. Sometimes it's good that, hey, I'm glad that person was loud because it made me want to have like a different style. The loud is perfect for a lot of people, but I think it might be cool to use a quieter voice. I'm going to be a quieter person. So it's a fun game. All right, if you have any more questions about this or you want to have a little banter in the comments, like let's go for it. And but I really love this concept, and I might even do more videos kind of on the same theme. So, all right, have a good night.